Hello, welcome to another episode of Jimmy Allen Daily. I'm having to make up another day. We had an emergency visit from a guest and a friend, and that ended up taking all the time that I would have normally done all of my extra stuff throughout the afternoon. We're doing another double upload, so maybe it'll be a little longer, but honestly, at this point, I can't. I've got too much going on. And I'm realizing it now. It's like when I try to wedge in something like an exercise, like uploading content every day, 5 minutes of content every day, I'm constantly running into where do I wedge this in with all the things that I already have going on. And I realized it because my wife and I were talking about some stuff that she has going on and what she wants to do and change about her own life. And I realized, dang, everything that I'm telling her, I need to tell myself. Do an audit of everything that you do every single day, like down to the 15-minute mark, which, by the way, I'm not just pulling this out of thin air. Dan Martell recommends doing this, and so I made a Facebook post about it, and so that's the whole reason it's even on my mind, but doing an audit of what you do even down to the 15-minute mark every single day. Do this, and he calls it a time energy audit, but honestly, if I did it, it would be like a delegate, eliminate, automate kind of situation, but really eliminate first. Eliminate these things. And the only way that you can actually eliminate something from your daily life without it being like arbitrary or meaningless is to know what you're doing and why you're doing it. So for me, I know why I do things now. I read the book Start With Why by Simon Sinek, and I decided that I was going to give myself a core principle, I guess. He doesn't call it that, but I gave myself like a core principle or like a core ideal that everything that I do should be done with the intention that humans should be left better than I found them. And a lot of people who know me know that my goal is to help people. I personally put a lot of value in knowing that people get helped, and it's like a natural driver for me is saying yes and jumping in and helping. I don't know exactly why. I'm sure that anyone who's a psychologist could probably hear that and have ABC reasons why I am that way and could take a look at my past, ask me some questions, yada, yada, yada. But I just know this about myself. I know that I jump in and I help and I fix and I optimize and I blah, 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 all that stuff. So I say all this to say, we looked at it for my wife and I was trying to give her some advice on doing all of this. And you know what? This 40-day of stuff is really hard for me because I haven't taken my own advice. And I haven't aligned everything that I do every single day through the filter of helping others. And once I do, then I'll be able to start eliminating out other stuff. And hopefully that kind of gives me a little more time back. Or at least I can take all the things that I want to do every day and get it done. I did finally do some like little tasks, like hiring out for little tasks. And something else that I'm probably going to look into is like cleaning the home. At least like broad strokes cleaning the home. I know that like my wife is so obsessive about like getting down to the baseboards and cleaning that to that level. And I grew up cleaning like that. I understand the value in doing that, but like we could definitely have somebody come in and broad strokes clean the house once a week, twice a month, something like that. And it would be so helpful for us, but we'll get there when we get there. But I did have somebody come and mow my lawn. And it was a kid who, I guess, hopefully is starting his own business, or he's got some equipment and wanted to come out and mow lawns. And so I said, okay, sure. He is not charging an amount that is like a livable wage, but I think that he's still young, so maybe he's, with his folks or whatever. But long story short, I've been telling myself for 2 weeks now, I need to cut the grass. I need to cut the grass. I need to cut the grass, like over and over. And the time never lined up. There was never an opportune moment, maybe once or twice. And maybe I chose differently, right? But for 2 weeks, I just told myself, you gotta go mow the grass. And finally, someone came along on a Facebook post inside the neighborhood and said, hey, I've got my nephew out mowing grass. He'll be here tomorrow, which is today. So the kid comes by, and before I even realize that he's even here, he's already done. My problem got solved like that. Didn't have to do it. The price wasn't very expensive. Like, I need to be doing more of that. And I think it all starts with the advice that I was giving to my wife that I need to give myself, which is I need to go through an elimination process. Everything has to go through that filter of why for me. So if you haven't found out what you do and why you do it specifically, I would recommend doing that, A. But B, Start With Why is a great book by Simon Sinek. I recommend that one. That is not, by the way, this isn't an exercise. He doesn't in the book by going, now you go start with why. But it is like an encouragement that like you should have a filter for all the things that you do every single day. So I recommend it as well. Obviously, I have much more to learn and much more to do, but it has gotten me here, which is great. So we'll keep on keeping on. So that is my rant for today. Sorry, it was a little more of helping myself, talking through some of the things that are going on, and hopefully it helps you by me encouraging you to go start with why. So I will see you in the next episode of Jimmy Allen Daily, and we'll be looking at a little more sales and funnels type of stuff. See you on the next one. Bye.